Greetings all, Ferrari-Man601 here. Welcome to Interlagos, and we're going to do another modern race, 2017 car race, with the McHonda. Yeah, I want to see if the McHonda is just as bad in this game as it is in reality. One-shot qualifying here, and let's go out onto the track. I've set the car up for as much straight line speed as it can possibly handle, simply because I don't think it's going to be much use to me trying to be fast in the middle sector, because I just don't have the engine power. Made a right mess of turn one already. What have we got? Yeah, we are miles behind Sebastian Vettel in that ghost car. Don't have much rear stability. I certainly don't have as much torque as I did in the Mercedes, for example. However, here is where we can stretch it out. I set the car up for this single part of the racetrack, start-finish. DRS. And what is that lap time worth? P20 and last. All right. So we're starting last on the grid, and it's an honest last. How much slower am I than the rest of the field? I am 4 seconds off of the pole position time. I am 6/10 behind Marcus Ericsson. I am 1 second slower than my teammate, Stoffel Van Dorn, so this is going to be an interesting time. I don't know, maybe we'll go better in the race itself. Here's to hoping. Alright, so set here on the grid, let's go through the strategy. I'm starting on the super soft tires because I want to go deep into this first stint and hopefully be faster at the end. There is some rain in the forecast. I don't know what that's going to do. It might do us better, actually, to get some rain. Because I want to go deep, and because I'm going to want to get as much as I can out of this Honda engine until it explodes, let's go heavy on fuel so I can use that. I'm expecting fuel consumption to be high on this thing anyway, and we're in park for my conditions, so we can't make any more changes to the setup. So, yeah. Here goes nothing. To the race. Formation lap time. Some rubber down. Cool.
Okay, how was the pull away? You'll have a bit more grip.
How was the pull away? It was bad.
We need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
The Honda almost doesn't sound bad on low revs, actually. Too bad it can't stay in the low revs. I've already got a temperature warning on something. I don't know what. Probably the gearbox running at such a high gear at low speed, at quite a gearing disadvantage there. Let's see. Let's get well acquainted with the back of this Sauber, because something tells me I might be seeing it for a while. It seems like everybody around me is also doing the same thing, running on the super soft tires to start. I'd imagine the front of the grid, likely using the next step down. Using the ultra softs here? I don't think so. I can't remember what the other compound is we're using. Doesn't really matter because I don't even know if we're going to get to the end of the first stint. Such is the reliability concern I've got with this thing. Just get some heat into those rears. And now to the back of the grid for the race start. Oh dear. Why does this have the feeling of something bad? Alright, off we go. Expecting to start immediately. Let's go to full rich on our mixture. Let's get the revs up. And off we go. Not a terrible start, all things considered. Into turn one, snatching the brakes up. Try and use all of the circuit there. Oops, and I've already lost part of the front wing. Thank you, Palmer. And I've lost all the positions I had gained momentarily. Well, that's an absolutely brilliant start to this race. Put something on Ericsson. More contact.
We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
I don't even know if there is a plan A, never mind a plan B. Let's just stick with this as long as we possibly can. Well, I'm somewhat comforted to see Van Dorn has also lost all of his positions from the start. So the two McLarens running in formation triumphantly, completing the first lap here at Interlagos. Kimi Räikkönen fastest lap at 1:16.793. If we come within 2 seconds of that, I'll be very pleased. More lured lockups into turn one. And is it just me, or did it just get dark here? This could throw a wrench into the works. What is our component status here? So far, everything's working. Expecting some sort of component failure here. I mean, I think I'd be naive not to. Considering that in qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix yesterday, Fernando Alonso confused the engine management system on his car because he took Puhan flat. And the system thought that he had just exited no-name corner and he was still plunging down the hill, so it refused to deploy any more power for the rest of the lap, and it cost him, potentially, a space in Q3. Let's go back on the brake bias a little bit. DRS is enabled. Right, Marcus.
We're expecting rain in around 10 to 15 minutes.
Rain in 10 to 15 minutes. Where's that put us, lap-wise? That might come before the end of the race. We'll see. Wow, I am really not having a good time in this McLaren. I'm really struggling to hold off the illustrious Marcus Ericsson. Hold on a second. I had thought that I had put the harder compound tires on for this first stint. I guess I got that mixed up. Great. So in other words, this is the fastest I'm going to be. Wow. I still want to try to go deep into this stint. And it is getting darker here by the moment. Marcus Ericsson with a year-old engine in the back of his Sauber, passing me in a straight line. That is really sobering. Let's see. If it does rain somewhat soon, maybe that's going to be a good thing for us because, well, I don't know how this McLaren's going to handle in the rain. But considering the problems I've already got, I don't know how much worse it could possibly get. Look at that straight line speed, though. It's just no place. Look at the Sauber just driving past. I know he's got DRS, but
would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
let's see. I don't know what button 4 is on my steering wheel here. I'm using the TSPC by Thrustmaster with the Ferrari F1 wheel, so none of the buttons are actually labeled with numbers. So even if I wanted to change strategy, I don't know which button it is. I am literally nowhere. Everybody is pulled away significantly. Let's see. Components. Actually, everything's looking good, reliability-wise so far. Front wing damage is hurting me in the big braking zones. Marcus Ericsson's going to have DRS. And yeah, this is the fastest I could get the McHonda to go. Boy, the only somewhat interesting thing here, I guess, is the prospect of rain. But we're already working lap 6 of 18, so if the rain is going to come, it's got to come pretty soon. It is progressively getting darker, I will say that. The sun is pretty much all gone. Got 2 cars behind me. Okay, I just got hit from behind. Surprised I held it at all. Surprised I don't have any damage from whatever happened. I assume that was Ericsson. Right. Objective, don't finish last. If I finish anywhere except last, it will be an improvement. And it's getting darker and darker here. I'm becoming filled with an overwhelming sense of dread. Both the guys behind will have DRS. Covering the inside line into turn 1, that worked. About the only thing I can do when everybody else around you has DRS. Got some smudges on the screen here. Is that water or just dirt? And I've completely lost the front wing.
There's a lot of damage to the front wing. We're seeing a significant loss in downforce.
Have I lost it entirely? Or is there still a main plane there and I've just lost the upper element? I think I've lost it entirely. Yeah, I'm reading that stat as it's gone. Does the car feel significantly worse without it? Yeah, it does. Let's pit. Let's change the game plan a little bit. Yes. Place that wing. That's suspension damage of some sort. I got into the barrier. This is just a disaster. All right. No, there was still a nose cone on it. Don't think there was much wing left. And
Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits.
let's go. Ericsson also dove into the pits.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this.
I've got to drive the very long pit out here as well. Now if it rains, I'm screwed. Nobody's around me. So now, don't rain. And of course you know it's going to rain. Van Dorn is in the pits. At this point, we can get enough temperature into these slicks, and even if it does rain, if it doesn't rain too hard, you might be able to tough it out, and then hope everybody else blinks for inters. Got 9 laps to go. We'll see what transpires here.
The gap to teammate is 36.
Hamilton has dropped out of the race. All right, that's another free position.
Car behind is 7.4 seconds.
So no matter what, I will finish ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Awesome! I'm 20 seconds behind whoever's currently occupying P18, because Hamilton is out. And I just saw some water on that camera lens there. Did my eyes deceive me? Nope, they did not. It is raining at Interlagos, and I've got a yellow flag. That's Hamilton off. Wow, it is slippery, and it's just come down in absolute buckets in a matter of seconds here. It is properly raining here, and I am properly on slick tires.
2 seconds.
I'm gonna blink early. Go for inters. Probably going to be a lap down at this point.
Exit now.
All right. Nobody has blinked for inters yet. They're going to want to.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. You'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Man, it is slick in this pit exit. No rubber down in here at all. But I am now on the right tires. See how everything feels here. DRS has been disabled. Race control has declared it officially a wet track. And Van Dorn is now in the pits.
Disabled by the stewards. DRS will be offline.
Wow, this is wet. This is really slippery.
Stoffels coming into the pits now.
But I am now on inters, and everybody else is currently scrambling for inters. Can we somehow get any positions as we go past start-finish? Maybe. The DRS advantage has now been negated.
Reports are that heavy rain will be arriving on track within 5 minutes' time.
Heavy rain in 5 minutes, okay. That does not make me feel good. I am now in 18th. Progress. Progress up the order. That's a Brazilian pun, sort of. That's very, very slickery, as we might say.
The gap behind us is 9.0 seconds.
Alright, so my early blink for inters so far has given me 1 position. It is just real slick here. What is the state of affairs? That's the grass. Don't do that. Nobody else is in the pits. No more positions for me. It is properly wet. I do not see a dry line at all. Lap 13 of 18. Some standing water now starting to form. Might have to think about full wets. See how these inters hold up. There is no dry line. And there are some puddles starting to form here.
Okay, gap ahead is 23.7 seconds.
23.7. That's real close to the delta there if they do come in for full wets. I got 10 seconds behind, so I don't have a sufficient delta to change into wet tires if I wanted to. So it kind of looks like I'm stuck where I am. Oh, alright, maybe there is a little bit of a dry line. That wasn't there a lap ago, it is now. I guess everybody is now on the inters. Sort of clearing things up.
I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
Oh, do you think we're still on the right tires for the time being? Because if we weren't, it'd be nice if you let me know. Because this is hard to hold on to. Sun trying to peek out there. Might have to think about fuel management here.
Our gap to our teammate is 26.6 seconds.
What's the gap to Ericsson behind? That's really the only thing I'm concerned about. .11 seconds, so I am picking up my gap on Ericsson by a second a lap. So I'm not the slowest car on the racetrack. That's good. That was understeer city. 5 laps of fuel left. We're on target for fuel still. I will say we're going slow. We're not doing anything spectacular, but this is actually quite enjoyable. Despite being in the McLaren, despite skating all over the place, this is okay. Okay. Not bad.
Gap to the car in front is 18.6 seconds.
18 seconds. I made up some time there, actually. Problem is, I don't think we're close enough to do anything. That's a very low-flying airplane. That's like an Airbus A330. Do you guys catch that? 27% wear on the MGUK. Will McHonda strike? With 2 laps to go. Fuel delta is +1. So I was correct to assume high fuel consumption on the Honda engine. Even though we're running at a greatly reduced pace given the conditions. Still very high fuel consumption. Somebody's coming up on me. I don't know if that's the leader or if that's Marcus Ericsson. We'll keep our eyes on that. It's got to be the leader. He's too quick. Whoever's leading now. Yep, 13 seconds back to Ericsson, so that's not Marcus behind us. 2 laps to go. I think the rain got a little heavier.
Stay a while. Doesn't look like it's moving anytime soon. Okay, the gap behind is 13.3 seconds.
Blue flag. Go through whoever you are. Alright, that's Raikkonen. Kimi Raikkonen's going to win this race. How about that?
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
2 laps of fuel left and 2 laps of racing left. Okay. I'll go into lean mode anyway. Considering I don't think we need the power. And final lap. Nope, not for me. That was it.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
All right, well, finishing 18th after starting 20th. I did not cross the line last. Marcus Ericsson behind us. So, victory?
Great effort there from
Basically
Ferrari
a
to take the
victory?
victory today.
And that is a shockingly accurate depiction of Maurizio Arrivabene. And Kimi Raikkonen being far more animated than he would ever be in reality.
The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting
and
to
all
the
of the team
situation
personnel,
quickly.
no matter what team they're on, they're all exactly the same. They just wear different shirts. Here's Kevin Magnussen. Yep.
So here
Not
they
bad.
come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in
And
the world,
Raikkonen,
the
Vettel, and
prancing horse
Verstappen
flags
on
are
the
dominant
podium
in the
from a very
grandstands,
soggy
and they're out in
Interlagos.
force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once
See,
more.
Kimi's body language looks very jubilant, but his face doesn't change. He's not smiling. What? Was that a smile? That was a very brief smile from Kimi Raikkonen, and, That's how you know this is made up, because there you go.
And now
That's
I'd like to
that's the
ask
Kimi
you,
pose.
Anthony Davidson, who was
So,
your driver
the
of the
results
day?
here from a
Difficult
very,
call, but I'd say
very
Lance
soggy
Stroll.
Interlagos.
He was committed the entire race, and it's
Let's
paid off
see,
with the result.
all of the guys who
That's it
beat
for today's
me.
Grand Prix, and from
Lance
Anthony, it's
Stroll,
goodbye,
Daniel
and see
Kvyat,
you again next
Julian
time.
Palmer, Pascal Fairline. Yeah, all of those guys beat me. I finish ahead of Marcus Ericsson on track, and technically speaking, I beat Lewis Hamilton as well. Just ignore the DNF behind the curtain. But, yeah, a very soggy Interlagos. That was my first foray into the rain here on F1 2017, and also my first foray into McHonda. It did manage to finish the race, albeit a lap down, and, well, that was actually kind of fun, despite not being anywhere near the sharp end of the field and qualifying so far back, 4 seconds off of the pole time. But all things considered, I would do it again. Cool.